Hey, greetings YouTubers, your main man Black Lion here, and I'm going to talk to you today, just kind of give you a status update on the homeschool deal. I gotta say it's going swimmingly. It's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. I watch a lot of the Boyce Watkins videos online, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and his kind of three tenets of making the black community better is one, raising our own children, two, is starting our, owning our own businesses, and then three, supporting black businesses, and that's one of the those are the three ways that I guess the black community can bring itself out of the situation that it's in right now. And before, I will say that I was, man, can I do this homeschooling thing? What will it be like? I had a lot of issues, but once I got into it, I actually went to the Black Business School, and they had a seminar on the things that you would need to do in order to homeschool your kids, like forms and whatnot you would need to fill out, and affiliate programs you would have to align with in order to do it properly. And I just kind of followed instructions. I'm not gonna lie, I just did the 30-day free trial. But once I had the information that I needed, I really no longer needed any that's really all I needed to know. So I just I did that. And like I said, I got a couple books. I take my son to a Spanish tutor twice a week. I think two of the most important, the most, I guess the most important thing with him is I want him to think critically. Critical thinking is something that we harp on all the time. You know how to think critically, and you got to know how to make your own money. You know what I mean? Not be indebted, or don't be a wage slave for somebody else. Get your own, have your own, and go about it that way. And then teaching them Spanish, of course, just because you learn Spanish. It opens up, so many other countries. You just opened up like maybe 45 countries you can go to and speak the language with the locals. So me being a seasoned traveler, I know how important that is. So once he grasps Spanish well, then we're gonna move on to Mandarin. But one step at a time. But anyway, we do a lot of stuff. He watches some of the videos with me, the Boyce Watkins videos, and we are like deep in the stock market. He gets paid to walk the dog and stuff from his uncle. His uncle has a dog, so he pays him to take the dog out and do this and do that, and with his money, we have this little system where put it in his bank account. I tell him save 10, invest 5, and then you have 5 to spend. So save half of it, invest half, and then that other 5 is what you have to spend. So we've been studying the stock market and this, that, and the other, and I give them stock tips, and we look at Yahoo Finance, or we look at different just different things, so we can try out stocks, this, that, and what have you. So we're having this conversation. I don't know how we got on the topic, but he started asking me about electric cars, and I was telling him how they use the plug-in stations, this, that, and the other, and probably Tesla is the biggest, the most well-known electric car maker right now in the United States. And it was just an offshoot conversation, just us learning. So fast forward to maybe a week or so later, we were having another conversation, and it somehow got back to electric cars, and he just wanted to know more about them, and so we started talking about it again, and I remembered that I saw this story on TYT, and it was talking about how China is going to ban all non-electric cars like at some point in the future. And so I was like, yeah, so China has like a great percentage of the world's population. I think they have like 1 billion people over in China compared to 330 million we have in the States. So I was telling them it's going to be like they may have just saved the world, son, because this petroleum and gas and this combustion engine, along with this meat consumption, is terrible for the planet. But so I was like, yeah, I think once China bans cars, all I mean non-electric cars, all other cars companies are gonna have to adjust because they don't want to lose that market in China. And the first places mine went. I'm so proud. The first places mine went. Oh, so only electric cars are going to be allowed in China? So we need to buy some Tesla stock. And I'm like, yes, now you're thinking, son. I already have stock in Tesla, but yes, that's how you think long term. So that's probably one of the prouder moments I have. I mean, it lets me know he's getting it. It lets me know he understands what's going on, and he's learning to think like a boss. Okay, this is coming down the pipeline. This is long-term thinking. Let me invest in that. And then, when they have the market cornered, my investment will increase. So I'm very, very proud. And I just did a video the other day where I talked about, we had this investment in ADMA, America. I bought a bunch of stock in the company at like 35 cents a share, right? And so I bought 30 shares of it. It was maybe about $10.65. And then Friday, I don't know what happened, but those 35-cent shares, those 30 stocks that I bought for $10.65, they shot up to like $4.75. So I made like not 300, but like $150 just by, with a $10 investment. And I showed it to him, and he sees, okay, yeah, now I get it. You make your money work for you, and that's one of the things we do more than anything. I never want any of my children to work for anybody. I always want them to be bosses, and it starts at home. We send them to school. And they get indoctrinated with that slave mentality, that wage worker mentality. They become wage slaves to the system. They think the only way that they're going to work and succeed is if they follow this path that they have set out, which starts with school, public school, and then college, and then going to work for somebody. But that's just the system that gets you in debt. That's why they're so crazed on not making college free or not making it affordable, because it gets you out of that debt. You can become free of that indebtedness, and they need you to be indebted so they can keep you as mild, and subdued slaves, so you continue to work in the system and don't rock the boat, because now you have all this debt over your head that you need to get rid of, and the only way to do it is by selling yourself by the hour to a big wig or to a corporation or to somebody else to take advantage of your labor, because you have no other choice. All right, so but like I said, it's probably one of the most fulfilling things I'm getting to do. We wake up early in the morning, we work out, we have our good meal. He's pretty much a vegan just like me, so I know he's eating the best stuff. He's not eating, at schools it's the lowest bidder, so it's like Sodexo and all of these corporations that just provide food at the absolute lowest cost, and the school just takes them at the lowest cost. Like, I mean, it's straight garbage. It's straight garbage. So now it's not a thing of control. I guess I get to quote unquote control what he eat, but he's smart enough that he doesn't, he's seen that with the health documentary, and he doesn't want to put garbage in his body, so I'm really happy about that. I would definitely say anybody who's apprehensive about school, homeschool, they can go to the Black Business School, or if they have any questions, I can help them out to the best of my ability. But I just use I got a box full of SAT words, and we go over those. We'll probably flip the script. I haven't done any math. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna teach him what he needs to know in the SAT. we also do a lot. Like I want him to be able to learn and teach himself to do certain things, but for the most part, that stuff I learned in trigonometry and pre-cal and calculus and all of this, I've never used in my life ever, ever. Just I don't know, I guess if you're going in one of those specialized fields where you have to use that stuff, but learning these, advanced equations for this, that, and the other, you never use them in life, ever, ever. So I don't, I think it's kind of a waste of time. Really, you just need to know basic math. Now I'm going to teach him the advanced stuff. I know we're going to teach up the geometry at least because that's what's on the SAT. But for the most part, I don't plan on pre-cal and trig and advanced this and because you're just never going to use it. I mean, honestly, like I've been on this earth all I've graduated like I don't even know, like 2001, and I've never used any of that stuff ever. So I don't think it's that all that important. Like I'm going to teach him so he knows it for the test. We do a lot of writing. We do a lot of just critical thinking stuff. We do like my big thing I always hark on is MIMS, MIMS, money in my sleep. What are ways that we can make money while we're sleeping? Because when your money is working for you, that's when you're making money. When you have to go out and work every day and do this, that, and the other, you're just selling yourself and you're selling yourself short. So, but I gotta say, things have been going really great. He's really getting it. I don't know. This is hopefully I get my little girl on board pretty soon, but that's a whole nother story. But for the most part, it's been going very, very great. I hope we continue. I hope anybody out there who's like maybe apprehensive about maybe homeschooling, man, just get over it. You'll see how fulfilling it is. Like you can see, I saw he had a weakness with writing, and so I got to sew that up real quick. Nope, I'm not accepting that. Ball it up, go do it again. But okay, so he sees he's just not gonna. I'm not that type of teacher that's gonna just take it and put a little bit of mark on it and just give him a courtesy grade. No, you need to turn in great work, or else I'm not even gonna look at it. So so he's made the adjustment, so he knows not to even come in with that subpar stuff with without formally putting his paragraphs in the proper form and properly indenting everything and leaving spaces between the paragraphs. So if it's not like that, if it's just one long written blob, I don't care what it is, it's in the trash. So and it's a good thing, I get to see where he's weak. I get to work on those parts and strengthen him up, and he's learning Spanish and he's getting real good at it. And we're gonna go to a Spanish-speaking country to let him, try to put to practice what he's learned in class. And I just couldn't be prouder. So if anybody out there is apprehensive, like I said, about homeschooling, you will not be sorry if you do it. It's probably the thing I'm most proud of. I think I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments down below. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, hear me roar. Peace.